Hello everybody, in this video I will explain exercise 80, and before doing that I think it's handy to make a sketch. So I would advise you to make a sketch of the exercise or the image that you see in your notebook because it can help you a lot. So let's do that together. So what we see here is indeed a house with measurements 10, and the house has an 18 by 10 garden. Yeah, so what we have here is, we can make it like this, 18, and this is also 10. Then we see that they want to have a flower bed and a lawn in the middle of the beds, as shown in the figure on the right. Now, the area of the flower bed will be 5/12 of the total area of the garden. Calculate dimension of the lawn. So what we need to do is first, indeed, create a flower bed. I'm going to do my best here sketching. I'm not the most creative person here. We know that there's a width of X, and we know over here there's a width of X, and then we can also see in the picture that over here there's a width of 2 times X. And we want to know the flower bed, and the flower bed is over here. So we're interested in this measurement. So let's start. What we can calculate, we don't have the measurements of the house. We can calculate everything first and then subtract the lawn. This is the lawn. This is the house. We can subtract the lawn, and then we are left with the flower bed. So we have to write down total area minus lawn will give flower bed. That's very important, and flower bed is this. So let's start with the total area. We get the total area here. We can see that this is 18 and this is 10. So total area is 18 times 10. Now we have to calculate the area of the lawn. This is where it gets tricky. So the measurements of the lawn, we can see that the lawn is a rectangle. It's 18 minus the 2x, that's the length, times the width, which is over here, which is 10 in total, but we have to subtract x and another x. So we get 10 minus x minus x. I'm using intermediates here. This is the width. This is going to give us the flower bed. Now, let's expand the brackets and calculate. Over here, we get 180. Over here, this becomes 10 minus 2x. And we can actually start calculating by expanding brackets. We get 18 times 10 is, leave the minus in the front, is 180. 18 times minus 2x is minus 36x. This is minus 20x. And over here is plus 4x squared. If you're not sure how we got to this, please pause the video and expand the brackets separately. You can do that over here. Maybe you find it better if you rewrite it and expand here using parent model. Go ahead. Now, since we have to subtract everything from the 180, we then get eventually 180 minus 180 plus 36x plus 20x minus 4x squared. Yeah, because we have to subtract everything from the 180. So you have to actually multiply with everything on the inside. Now, then we have 180 minus 180 is 0, and we are left with 36x plus 20x minus 4x squared, which is the flower bed. And then eventually we get, this is 356x minus 4x squared. And this is then the flower bed. Okay, so let's go on. We know that the area of the flower bed will be 5/12 of the total area of the garden. So that means we can actually rewrite this. We can rewrite this as, no, this is fine. So it's going to be fifth 12 of the total Avogadro. So we have that 56x minus 4x squared is going to be 5/12 of 180. Now, we can calculate that. Let's do that. Eventually, we can calculate that. I need to grab my calculator. Here you are. So we get 180 divided by 12 times 5. Eventually, we get 75. So over here, we can rewrite this by bringing this to the right hand. We can rewrite here. Let me just do it. 0 is 0 is positive 4x squared minus 56x, and then positive 75. Then we are going to divide by 4 because we need to solve this equation. We divide by 4. We get 0 is x squared minus, let's see if we get integers. Else we have to do the ABC formula. But I think we are lucky. We get, oh, never mind. We don't. Plus 18.75. So you can see here we have a decimal number. Here we have the integer. I cannot solve this with product sum. So we have to use the ABC formula. Okay, so let's state that the A is 1. The B is, it doesn't matter if you work with this equation or the second one. That doesn't matter. But A is 1. B is negative 14. And C is 18.75. So let's write down the ABC formula over here. We get minus B plus minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC divided by 2A. And hopefully we get two solutions. Let's first start with the discriminant. Let's see if we get indeed a positive number. Else we cannot even continue with this exercise. So we get minus B plus minus minus B. I think we can already fill this in. We get minus 14 minus 14 plus minus, minus 14 squared. Oh, minus 14 squared minus 4 times 1 times 18.75 divided by 2 times 1. Now, let's check what's underneath the square root. So the discriminant first, we get minus 14 squared minus 4 times 1 times 18.75. Eventually, we get 121. So that's good. So we can rewrite this. We get two solutions. 14 plus minus the square root of 121 divided by 2. Solution 1 will give us, let's see, 14 plus the square root of 121 divided by 2 is 12.5. And we get another solution, 14 minus the square root of 121 divided by 2 is 1.5. And then the question is, the question was, calculate the dimensions of the lawn. So we know that a lawn, the 12.5 would be too broad. So it's not 12.5, but we have to work with this. This is more realistic. So eventually, excuse me, we can continue with this exercise. Let me see if there's any mistake that I made just to make sure that, that we have everything correct. I think so, yeah. So we can continue here and we can say, okay, we're working with a 1.5. X is 1.5, so 2x has to be 2 times 1.5, which is 3 meters. X is 1.5 meters. And 2x is 3 meters. Those are the dimensions using the quadratic formula because it was very hard to solve using product sum.